may look like a mess, but it works. And I'll explain why it looks like this, and definitely the next steps to get this, you can say, practice ready and then race ready. How's it going, everybody? Phoebus Byron here, the Leisure Geek. Yeah, quick update on my Yokomo BD10 build. As I mentioned earlier, actually in this intro, yeah, the card does look like a mess, but there's reason for that. And basically, I didn't want to cut any of the wires, rearrange the electronics, or put in a way that I'm already happy with. I do believe I'm going to make some changes, but again, didn't want to cut any wires, didn't want to go crazy in keeping everything neat. What I wanted to make sure first is that the electronics work. And I did take a video of me, switching it on and getting it to run, but the problem was I didn't have audio on that video. So just to kind of show you that it does work, I'm going to switch on the controller here. Got everything lighting up here. First, obviously switch on the controller, have the battery pack set up, and then I'm going to switch on the, you can say, the electronic speed control. My switch is over here, so I'm going to just flip that on. And what you can hear, hopefully you can hear it, is this is the fan for the motor. And once I pull this trigger here, motor works. And let's turn the steering here. So yeah, it works, and right now no problems, which is good, Now, speaking of electronics, let me just kind of go over the, you can say, components, or electronic components that I decided to go with for this Yokomo BD10 build, and what I do expect to do in the next, you can say, next few weeks to get everything ready to get on the road, practice with it, do a simple setup or a simple track, you can say, layout on the streets near my house, and then again practice, and then hopefully at some point in the next couple months, my plan is to get to the local track here and practice over there. So back to the electronics. The first thing I want to talk about is, again, I'm going to just reiterate the servo that I chose, the steering servo. It's by ProTek. I must admit, I don't remember the exact model number offhand here. I can't really see it, but for the steering servo is done by ProTek. I'll put a link down below. Reason I chose it, again, did my research, and as with everything here, did research online, good reviews, which is very important, and also, you can say, product support. It seems I can get it either through an online hobby shop or as well as my local track. So servo by ProTek, the motor and the electronic speed control, and also the fans for the motor fan and the fan for the electronic speed control. All of these components are by a company called Wurks. I'll put a link as well down below to their website. The electronic speed control and the motor are, you can say, for stock racing. The motor is a 21.5 turn motor, and the speed control, is the Digital 3 Super Stock electronic speed control. I don't plan on racing, you can say, in the modified classes, more in the stock classes. If I do get, you can say, better, hopefully that's the goal, with the 21.5, there is another class right above it. I believe it's 17.5. That obviously for that class, I'm going to be a little bit more competitive, a little bit more challenging for myself. But I'm going to start with 21.5 and see where it goes from there. So again, a motor, electronic speed control fan, and the electronic speed control, all by Wurks. Again, links and descriptions down below on this video. For the battery, also done by ProTek. Reason why I chose this battery is it is also ROAR approved. So basically, see a governing body with regards to radio control races. So not that I do plan on doing a race, I just want to make sure that I'm racing with products that if I were to go to a sanctioned race, I already have and I do understand it. So I do have 2 of these batteries and a charger. And for this battery, it's a 6300 milliamp hour battery, 2-cell, 7.6 volts, and a LiPo battery. So 2 of these, a charger. Again, links and descriptions down below for these products as well. Layout, and as you can see, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, it's a lot of spaghetti. I do have to shorten up the wires. I do plan on actually rearranging or changing the orientation of electronic speed control. I did see another Yokomo BD10 driver and how he had set up his electronics and how everything was wired. I'm going to use that as, you can say, inspiration to update this, obviously to set this up, not just update it, but get it all, you can say, low and just not kind of being flimsy and just hanging out in space. But one of the things that I had an issue with actually and a problem with is getting the mounting hardware for the motor fan and the electronic speed control fan. When I bought the fan from R1 Wurks, it didn't come with any hardware. I didn't really see anything on the website, so did some research on myself, took some dimensions, and bought the hardware from Amazon. It was a lot of hardware, but I figure at some point I will have to change the hardware out. I may need it for other projects that I have, but yeah, didn't really have the time to go out to a local hobby store to find the exact hardware, but I have enough for what I need to just get started. And as you can see, for the electronic speed control fan, I'm using a lot of washers to mount the fan onto the electronic speed control, but that was just done so I can get everything set up and test out to see everything works. I do plan on, after rearranging the electronic speed control and knowing the location I do want it, I do plan on just taking a Dremel tool, shortening the screws down to where I only need 1 or 2 washers, and that should be good to go. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, really quick update. Also, let me just talk about, as far as electronics, I'm also using for the transmitter. It's by a company called Sanwa. I believe they used to be called Airtronics, but I think that's what it was. But this model is the M12S R. I believe that's a 5 or RS. So M12S RS, and I just want to make sure, is it a 5? It is an S. Try that again. M12S RS. It's almost, you can say it's a higher level transmitter, not on the lower end of the spectrum and not the top of the line. Reason being, I did get this, and it's probably also due to a little bit of, you can say, experience, or my experience with Airtronics in the past, having a kind of a top tier transmitter will serve you well if you do plan on either getting a few more vehicles, for me maybe another vehicle, and it lasting at least a few years. It will serve you well. So I know that when I had my Airtronics transmitter in the past, there was actually a transition of, you can say, technology with regards to electronic speed controls, transmitters, and also motors, and that transmitter, served me well. And yeah, it's one of those things that, since I had a good experience with the products in the past, I decided to just go with something that I know will serve me well in the next few years. And yeah, this is what I got. So I know it's a little high end, but what can I say? I'm a geek out when it comes to electronics as well. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, Phoebus Byron here, the Leisure Geek channel. If you have any questions, comments, yeah, please go to the comment section down below. Please subscribe to my channel, support my channel. Not only do I like to do RC, you can say projects, it's another hobby of mine, but I do plan on also getting a lot more, you can say photography tips and tricks videos out there as well. I do also geek out on a little bit of, you can say Disney, MCU, and just a host of other things. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified of all my videos. And also, again, please subscribe. Phoebus Byron here, and I will talk to you guys and gals. Talk to you all. I'll talk to you everybody again soon.